Business Lexington is made possible with the support of Cornet IMS. 25 years of providing integrated marketing solutions to Kentucky's top businesses and organizations. Cornet-IMS.com.
And by the Keeneland Association, offering the finest in thoroughbred racing, along with thoroughbred auctions 4 times yearly in Lexington, Kentucky.
What actually happens to a local economy when a major international sporting event comes calling? As Eric Carlson finds, the benefits can and do extend far from the host cities.
When the Valhalla Golf Club near Louisville plays host to the Ryder Cup in September, Lexington will be treated to a sneak preview of what other cities around the state will experience 2 years later when the All-Tech FEI World Equestrian Games comes to town. While Louisville hosts the Ryder Cup, Lexington will be playing host to golf fans who will have traveled overseas to take in the biannual event. A few of Lexington's major hotels were already booked for the Ryder Cup weekend more than a half year before Team Europe tees it up against the USA, allowing the area to capitalize on an event held outside of the Bluegrass.
We knew the Ryder Cup was going to be large, but we weren't quite sure until we started hearing from the hotels about the commitments that were being made in Lexington, especially at the Marriott and the Hyatt.
The Ryder Cup coming to Kentucky is a big deal for Lexington. My resort's already sold out for it. We knew 4 years ago when it was in Oakland Hills, Michigan, and hotels more than an hour away were sold out at very high rates, that it was going to be big for Lexington. We are only perhaps 15, 20 minutes farther drive to Valhalla than downtown Louisville is. Having a golf resort that we have at the Marriott Griffin Gate Resort and Spa, it provides that opportunity for people to golf and watch. When you go out and watch the pros, then you have that taste for it. They want to come back and swing the club themselves.
I think the restaurants will see a lot of business. I think some of our Irish bars will see a lot of business, depending on who's staying here. Other than that, in the extra time that people will be playing golf, I think the major benefit that we in Lexington and Kentucky will see is the media coverage that this event will be getting worldwide.
I think this is a great indication of what we can expect to see in 2010. The Ryder Cup is actually a more visible, more popular event worldwide than the World Equestrian Games. So I think this will be a good test for Lexington. Well, the Bluegrass Hospitality Association is a regional-based hospitality association, so we lend our support not just to tourism in Lexington, but in the whole region. So the learnings we get from the Ryder Cup, we can apply to other communities for the World Equestrian Games as well.
If we host this event, and then in hosting the World Equestrian Games, we were approached to put in a bid for the World Choir Games for 2012, and we've decided, along with the University of Kentucky, to pass on that at this time. But we asked them, because that was a little unusual. It's only been in China and Austria, and I said, why did you think about Lexington? They said, well, you're hosting the World Equestrian Games and the Ryder Cup, so we figured that you all would know how to handle an international event. So this could hopefully be the start of something where we do learn from these two events, but we'll be in a good place to host even more in the future.
According to Krista Greathouse, Director of Events for Short Sports and Events and head of the World Equestrian Games Housing Bureau, there's already been enough interest to fill 5,000 hotel rooms a night for the 16-day World Equestrian Games, which is already more than Lexington can handle on its own. The Housing Bureau is in the process of bringing hotels online in Frankfort, Georgetown, and Berea, as well as talking to Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, and Louisville to house some of the spectators who will flock to the Bluegrass in 2010. This will allow those areas to take the same advantage of the event as Lexington plans to take this fall with the Ryder Cup. Reporting for Business Lexington, I'm Eric Carlson.